And come to find out, he was sleeping with the neighbor. Isn't that something, y'all? The neighbor. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. So today in this video we're going to be discussing going back to your ex and regretting it. So let's jump right into this video. Hey y'all, my dear lovely people, my LW gang, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the private pillow talk. And today in this episode we're going to talk about going back to your ex and regretting it. I know a lot of us had that issue before. I know I have. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got tons of stories to tell you. And I also listen to a lot of my friends, whether they're male friends of mine, female friends of mine, relationships, family members, brothers and sisters. I got stories for you. But today I'm going to share a story about someone I know. I asked them if it's okay if I talked about it. They said it was fine. Sometimes I will share my real life stories and other people's, but I'll be asking them first before I, discuss it with y'all. I'll be like, can I share that with my crew? With my peoples? They be like, yeah, that's okay. So I don't know if any of you guys out there ever been in a relationship, you broke up with someone and then you decided to go back with them just because you thought things may be different and they wasn't. Well, this story you guys are gonna like, your jaw is gonna drop. Okay, a friend of mine, and I'm not going to say no names. If I make up a name, it's going to be like Lizzie, Timmy, Tommy, Rachel, Grinch, and I don't know, Pamela, Pam. Okay, just names that don't exist. So anyway, I have a friend of mine that they was dating someone for like a couple of years, right? And along dating with them, everything was going cool, everything was going fine. They got along very well, and I think their hours were different. Like, they both work night shift, but that person can work whenever they wanted to. Like, I think they did like repoing cars and things like that. So they can kind of like work the hours that they want to work and go in, but they made their hours the same as the person that they was in a relationship, which makes sense. You at work, I'm at work. Hey, let's both be at work. However, don't be cheating, okay? And they both work night shift. So anyway, and they did put me in this little thing they had going on. So I was part of it. And I'm like, well, I gotta be part of it. So I definitely know what actually happened. So one day, she came home and the person had scratches on their back. I said, ooh. How do y'all get scratches on y'all back? Huh? Y'all know how y'all get scratches on y'all back. But anyway, yeah, so they had scratches on their back. So she asked them, where did the scratches come from? And he was saying, maybe I was working on a car. I think when I was down under the car, the wires scratched me. Oh, no, not the wires. I was in my mom's attic, and you know how that scratchy material in the attic, what is it called, y'all? I don't know what it's called. Whatever. I don't know, styrofoam. Whatever. But follow me. The styrofoam scratched their back. So it's like, how many stories did he tell you? He told you 2 stories and within under 30 seconds? Like, which one is it though? So I said, ooh, that's bad. So yeah, the scratches was on there. They was lined up, however they was lined up. Like, you know how scratches are. And I'm saying this because they showed me. So the scratches are like this. Fingers. Like, we got 4 fingers, right? Something like that. And it wasn't no lion, tiger, or bear. Okay? We wasn't in a Wizard of Oz. So I said, oh, okay, wow. So what you gonna do? That's my question, girl. What you gonna do? You gonna believe that? You see with your own eyes what's going on. You see, the scratches. It doesn't take a scientist to know something is not right. Now, you may not catch the person in action, right? So a lot of people say, well, I didn't see the action happen. I don't know if that really happened, if he or she was with him or her. So maybe it's a lie. Someone came and told me something. I don't know for sure because I didn't see it with my own eyes, so maybe that's a lie. And it's like sometimes it's right in front of your face without it being in front of your face. Whatever it is, a lie, a cheater, is right there. So you don't need Amos or Andy or Jack and Jill or Arm and Hammer to tell you that this actually happened when you can see it for yourself. So I mind my business. I just was like, oh, okay. So what you gonna do? I don't like to get into people's relationship. I don't like to give them advice unless they ask. And I try to stay neutral because at the end of the day, if I tell her, well, break up, leave them, don't be with them, and she wound up not listening, and then they still together, and then now she won't blame on me and not talk to me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to you that when people do that and then all of a sudden they mad at you because you gave them the advice that they asked for and then they go back with the person. So I just mind my business and stay neutral and be like, what? Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Ooh. So I do all that. And I try not to get in the middle because it's not my relationship. You're going to do what you want to do anyway. And that's what they wind up doing. Staying with the person. That's their business. Hey, whatever makes you happy makes me happier. That's your stuff. You forgave him. Fine. Y'all moved on. He told you to tell. And that's it. Lo and behold, I think another week or two later, she came to me and was like, he got scratches on his back again. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, I don't. What you really going to do this time? Because this is too many times for me. One is enough. Two, you're being an asshole now. And three, shame on you. So, she wound up telling me, y'all, she wound up asking me to come over to look and investigate the scratches. I said, what in the... So he in the background yelling, yeah, come on over. So, because she don't believe me. I'm like, ooh, nigga, you don't want me to come over. Y'all do not want me to be part of this because y'all both gonna be mad at me, and I don't care if neither one of y'all want to be my friend. So anyway, I wound up going over there, and I seen the scratches. I'm like, look. Now, is these scratches, all that they asked me? I'm like, yeah, these are scratches. I don't know what's going on. But they are scratches. And then she like, well, I told you, saying it to him. And I'm looking at her like, I told you. But you don't listen. Like, scratch first time, now you got scratched the second time. Something is going on. And so I left. After that, they started doing their arguing, going back and forth and things like that. And she called me up later and was like, yeah, I'm just going to stay with him. And I said, well, that's fine. Y'all just leave me out of y'all stuff because I don't want, like, for me, if it doesn't take a genius to know scratches. Y'all know what scratches look like on somebody's back, right? Y'all know the pattern, because the pattern was like as if the person was on top of him and she just scratched his back like that. That's how it was. It wasn't like one scratch. It was like, and then on top of that, the ones that he had before healed up a little bit. So now she done repeatedly put some on top of the other ones that was there before. And I'm thinking to myself, this is somebody that, one, know he's in a relationship and he's not leaving his relationship for her. And two, the person that is doing it, she's doing it deliberately because she wants you to go home, right? Y'all follow me? She wants you to go home with the scratches. She know the girl going to see her, and most likely 9 times out of 10, he even shared it with her, like, oh, you put scratches on my back. Don't do that no more. She did it on purpose so they can break up, so they can argue, so he can leave her alone and be with, leave his girlfriend alone to be with her. Like, women do stuff like that. There is women out there that know men are in a relationship, and some men are honest and they'll straight up say, look, I'm in a relationship, but nothing could come out of this, right? And then they'll be with the girl because now he letting the girl know, look, I'm in a relationship, nothing's going to happen between us, we can play, we can be together, but there's nothing. And then you have that poor lady that decides to belittle herself to be in a relationship with somebody that's already in a relationship. Some women would even do that with a married man, right? I don't do that. I know some guy thought he was being smart when I met him out in the street somewhere, and he was an African guy, and he was saying, yeah, I'm married. And I'm like, after we was talking for like 5-10 minutes, you married? Ew, I don't want nothing to do with you. Oh, no, we do that. We get allowed to have 5 or 10. Okay, 5 or 10 wives, that's your business. But for me, it's a no. Like, I'm not doing that. You could be out somewhere with this guy or this female, and next thing you know, shots fired off, somebody hitting you from the back. You don't even know what situation you're in, but when you know that you with somebody that's in a relationship and then that happens, then that's shame on you. You shouldn't have done that. Like, you knew that person was in a relationship. So it's dangerous to be with somebody knowing they're in a relationship. It's just something I don't recommend doing and would probably never do. Not probably, won't never do, okay? So that's that's what I stand by. So anyway, back to the story. So she decided to stay with him, and I guess they worked things out. Long story short, the guy continued to do things. She continued to share with me, and after a while I told her, I said, look, girl, y'all go ahead, because this seems a little bit too out of control for me. Like, too much drama. I don't like energy like that. I don't want no parts of it. So her and I stopped talking for quite a while, and I don't know how long we was not talking for, probably like a couple of months, I don't know, but later we ran into each other. I saw her, and she was saying to me, she was like, yeah, girl, I finally left him. I was like, ooh, interesting. Yeah, I wonder why. She said he just kept cheating. And come to find out, he was sleeping with the neighbor. Isn't that something, y'all? The neighbor, the upstairs neighbor, one of the neighbors in the area. Anyway, it probably was that girl upstairs, because I know that it was somebody that lived up there that was single. But yes, she thinks so too. But it was the neighbor. He was sleeping with the neighbor. And that's another thing. When you're living in the apartment complex, or even in the neighborhood, it doesn't even matter, because a neighbor is a neighbor. But when you're connected so much like that you could easily go upstairs, like an apartment complex, come downstairs, whatever you do late at night, people won't see it, and you could cheat if that person is single or if the person is at work. People do it all the time. And it never dawned on me, like I didn't ask her, like, who do you think it is? Because to me, I thought it was his baby mom that he was, seeing, because she lived in another state. And I'm thinking maybe when he went to work that he was traveling to go see her. But I'm like, girl, he lazy. He ain't doing all that. Like, he gonna get somebody right in the area if he's doing anything. He's not gonna do all that. So she couldn't figure it out either, because he was just that good, I guess. And I mean not good in the bed, but I'm talking about good in like cheating and doing stuff. And she said she couldn't catch nothing on the phone, so it was just like hard for her to actually figure it out. But she figured it out. It was the neighbor. Can't remember how and why, but it was a neighbor. And so neighbors, they do cheat. Like, you right next door to somebody, they think it's easy to do that. But me, I would never want to sleep with my neighbor. I don't want to become friends with my neighbor. And I'm talking about the opposite sex of the neighbor. I'm not doing that, because that's too close to home. And then what if we don't make it? What if we break up and things don't work out? Honey, child, then I gotta look at you. And then I gotta see you with the company you got coming in. I don't want to do any of that. You got to be far away, okay? Not a neighbor to be doing all that. And then you might be crazy stalking me, and we break up, you see somebody coming over, and then you might start some trouble. That's a no. That's a no for me, okay? So comment down below, let me know, did any of y'all ever get cheated on? And if so, how did that work out? How did you handle it? Or if you have a friend that was in this type of situation, how did they handle it? So yes, that is it for me in this private pillow talk. Comment down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. See you next time.